Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to talk about decision trees. So we have seen different types of problems where the algorithms are being trained, they are learning what to do. But what about when they have multiple options and they have to make a decision? This problem is solved by implementing decision trees. So this basically leads to prediction by asking a series of questions, and we have series of options, and based on which particular value should be taken or which particular decision should be taken, our algorithm takes the next step, and by series of steps it leads on to the final solution. For example, in terms of traveling sales problem, or traversing different cities, reaching some destination, we can check which particular city we are reaching. Is it in the path that we want to take? If yes, then we take that road and we cross by that city in order to reach our final destination. And if that city is not in our path, then we do not take that road. This is pretty simple. But what if we have certain decision trees which have continuous values, for example, income? What do we do then? It's not that simple. For example, we have a data set in front of us. In this particular table, you see we have different values and records of different people, where someone is basically calculating their tax refunds, and if and they are categorized by their marital status, their taxable income, and then basically whether they are cheating or not. It's a very interesting example, but let's see how it works. So when we are trying to mapping it onto a tree, how do we do it? So we start by taking one random attribute or column of the table, and we check whether against every single record in the table that we have, whether the person is basically cheating or not cheating. So we split the attributes on every single level of the tree. The top or root node is, again, as I said, we take it by random. So the refund attribute from the table is assigned to the root of the tree. And then on the second level, we have the second node, and between them we have two types of decisions, yes or no. These are the values that are taken from the table. Under refund attribute, you see we have two types of values only. It's yes or it's no. So if it's a no decision, then what happens? And if it's a yes decision, then what's happened? So these edges take us to the next node, which is the marital status. There you can see three different options: single, divorced, or married. Now we have two edges coming out from marital status, and we have to decide which options are going on to the next level. So if you're married, then which decision should be taken, and if you are single or divorced, then which decision should be taken. Here you can see that if a person is single or divorced, then they lead on to the tax variable. That's where their value will be calculated further on. However, if they are married, then they lead on to the final decision of no. So you can see clearly all the boxes in yellow, these are variables, they are not decisions. However, all the boxes in blue color, they are the ones which has yes, no values, they are the decisions. Let's try to take and make another example from it. So if we try to take another variable or the attribute from the table on the root node, this is how it will work. So first of all, we will check the marital status, and then the next attribute will be refund, then the tax income, and then the final decisions. Similarly, we can extract as many trees as we want based on our problem in hand. So basically, how a decision tree classification task is working. So we have the data set with us, which is the training set. We have the test set as well, which is also a list of record which we have, for which we need to identify some solutions or results. So our model is basically introduced with a training set, and we have a learning model which derives its induction from the training set. Then it trains itself based on the model that we are using, and that model is applied as a deduction on the test set, and this is how the decision tree works. So let's try to apply a model to our test set. For example, in the previous step, we extracted a tree from a training set. So this is a tree in front of you. Here we have refund variable on the root node, and we also have a test set. So test set has one record, or as you see, the one row from the table for which we need to identify the result. So this particular person, the value says refund no, marital status married, taxable income 80K, and then sheet whether they paid their taxes well or not. So this will be mapped. We will traverse through the tree, and then we will see how we will reach the final or the correct solution. So starting from the first column of the table, we first of all evaluate the refund variable, and we see where it goes. So basically this is the variable, and definitely we map it onto the no branch of that particular node. We reach on to the next variable, which is marital status, and it says married. So basically we reach that particular branch, and here the final result will be, answer will be no. So this is how we run through the model and we deduce our results. That's it for today. Thank you.